I hear you.
Jordan, you're going to sit behind your name right there. There's a box right for you. He's going to be right there. If you speak, if you just want to speak directly into the microphone first, that'd be great. Okay.
Hello, hello. Hello.
Let me see what you did. Jordan Miller, 6 for 8. Okay, that's just a regular game for you. Guy shoots 75% every night.
Right here. I'll introduce you and then kick it to you for nothing.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're now ready to begin the Miami press conference. We're joined by head coach Jim Larinaga. We have student athletes. We have Charlie Moore and also Jordan Miller. We're going to ask Coach for an opening statement, and then we'll take questions.
Well, of course, it's the ACC Tournament, it's March Madness, and all of these games are fantastic. You know, the game last night, Virginia Tech wins at the buzzer. Virginia wins by 1. This afternoon, Syracuse plays a great game. And this afternoon, Boston College played a terrific game. They did a lot of things very, very well. It was very challenging for us to get any kind of rhythm because they did something we haven't really seen much this year, and that is they kept changing their defense from man-to-man to zone. And that did impact the rhythm of the game. They also spread us out. It was very difficult for our guys to really apply the pressure. We tried, and Cam Auguste was putting tremendous pressure, but, you know, the court is big enough, they were kind of hanging on to it. But you got to give credit to our guys. They never hung their heads. We fell behind. I think we were behind by 6 or 8. We came back, took the lead, goes into overtime, and then some huge plays. Obviously, the most important being Jordan's made layup. Charlie, did you get an assist on that?
Yes, sir.
You did? Nice assist, nice layup, and a great rebound by Sam Wardenberg in outlet. And like an idiot, I was about ready to call a timeout. I saw Charlie get the ball. Timeout? No, better not. And, you know, we get a chance to move on and play again tomorrow.
If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get a microphone to you. If you're joining us via Zoom, please use the raise hand function. We're going to start on the front row with Michelle.
All right. Thank you. Jordan, can you take us through that final play? I mean, just take us through step by step, please.
Yeah, so we got the rebound and alley to Charlie, and I saw no one was really near me, so I was like, I'm just going to sprint the floor. I was hoping Charlie would actually look at me, and he did, and he delivered a great pass. You know, as much as that layup was important, you know, his pass was just as important. You know, I think today was a good team win. Like Coach L said, you know, kudos to Boston College. They really came out and played their best.
We're going to go to Zoom next. Luke Cheney, go ahead with your question.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Can you talk a little bit about your team's defense in that overtime period?
Okay, I can't see you. Where are you?
He's on Zoom here.
He's on Zoom?
Yes, sir. You can just answer out.
Okay, can you repeat the question then? I was looking for you and I didn't see you, so.
Sure. Can you talk a little bit about your team's defense in that overtime period?
Yeah, I think one of the things that this team has done very, very successfully throughout the season is figure out a way to get stops. Sometimes it's with a great rebound like Sam Wardenberg got. Sometimes it's forcing a turnover and getting a steal. But these guys are very confident. They play very, very hard. And at the end of the game, we were switching. We were doing a lot of switching, and that requires everybody to play great defense because you never know which one of their players is going to be on the attack. So, you know, I look at things. I mean, we were 30 for 56. They were 29 for 57. Both teams, you know, really shot lights out. They shot 51%. We shot 53%. So maybe it was more of an offensive performance by both teams, but in the end, it was the one defensive stop we needed to win the ball game.
We're going to go to the back right of the room.
Jordan, were you aware of how much time was on the clock in that last moment, and also describe the thrill of scoring the winning basket in an ACC tournament game?
Yeah, I looked at the clock before I took off, so I was really running, hoping Charlie would find me, and he did. When I laid it up, it's nothing but thrills. The ACC tournament is, it's up and downs. It's March, so this win's huge. But also, we're not done yet. We're not finished yet. We still got a lot of games moving forward that we need to be prepared for. So as nice as this win is, we're still locked in for the upcoming games we got.
We're gonna go to the left side of the room.
Congrats on the win, guys. I'm curious, this is for any three of you. Did you guys watch Wake BC live yesterday or on TV, and did you learn anything from about Boston College from watching that game?
Charlie, how about you start with that one, and then Coach, you can take it as well if you'd like.
Let Charlie take it.
Actually, we were in practice. We were just ending practice, and we seen like the end of the game. Obviously we seen that Boston College, they were a different team. They were playing hard. They were playing like they, had nothing to lose out there. So we knew it was gonna be a hard-fought game, a battle to the end, like it was tonight. I feel like we just had fun. Jordan hit the game on the layup. We played great defensively and offensively as a team. And, we ended up getting the win.
We're gonna go to the right side of the room.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering if you could comment on some of the little things that Charlie Moore did down the stretch, like a big offensive rebound and a putback at the end of regulation, like his big pass, of course, to win the game, as well as the big steal as well. Just why is he so good at those little things that help you guys win?
Yeah. The first thing I would say, I think that's Charlie's first offensive rebound basket this year. But he does whatever it takes to win the ball game, whether it's hit a long-distance three like he's done so many times this season, get an assist, get into the paint and find an open man, or drive the ball to the basket and shoot one of these high-arching layups, or get a steal. He leads the league in steals. He just is an incredible competitor. And he competes at everything. I mean, like everything. And I think he has made my life very enjoyable because he gives me tremendous confidence in knowing that he's going to make a lot of great decisions throughout the game. And he's such a great teammate. We talked about it last night. These guys really are great teammates and friends to each other on and off the court. And Charlie does whatever he's asked to do.
We're going to go to Michelle in the front row.
I have one and a follow-up, if you don't mind. Jim, can you talk about what was the plan on the final possession of regulation? And then what do you expect from Duke tomorrow night in the semifinal?
Okay, the first part is we wanted to give Isaiah Wong the ball with a spread offense, and we did. Boston College's guards did a really good job of forcing a mistake. What I said earlier is very true. They kept changing their defense, and we felt like if Isaiah could get isolated, but that didn't materialize. Duke, obviously, has been a top 10 team all season long. They've got tremendous talent at every position. They have the winningest coach in college basketball history. And our guys are going to be very, very excited about playing them again. We played them one time earlier in the year. A lot has transpired since then. We'll need to get a lot of rest between now and tomorrow night's tip-off. What time, 7? Yeah, at 7 o'clock.
We're going to go to the second row in the middle here.
Coach, this is for you, Jordan, and Charlie. On that last play, I just keep watching it over and over again. It was such a basketball IQ play. I mean, the way you slipped behind, got back there, post couldn't get back there fast enough to stop you. I just want you to talk about how do you practice that, and like, how did you do it?
Jordan, how about you to start with that, and then Coach will.
I was just gonna say, yeah, we do that every day, all the time. 5 seconds left, get a rebound, pitch it out, and shoot a layup. It's not true. Sometimes you just have to realize players have to make plays. They have to play the game. You don't play the score. You play the game, which means when you're on defense, you defend. When the shot goes up, you better block out and rebound. You get the rebound, you got to take care of it first, get an outlet, and run. You'll look at the games last night, in particular the Virginia Tech win, where they inbounded to a guy, he just went down the court and buried a three for the win. I mean, players have to step up and make great plays, and every one of our guys did. You know, just think about the stuff that they did throughout the game, and then in the last possession, 5 seconds to go, you know, these veteran players knew what to do. Charlie?
I feel like we do work on that, Coach. You know, we do a drill called the Celtic drill every day. You know, we run the floor. You know, Jordan run. You know, Cam on the other side. Just different groups. You know, I feel like it helped us today. You know, Jordan made an excellent run out for a layup. You know, I was just so happy to see him, and you know he caught it. You know, Sam grabbed an amazing rebound. He was battling all night. Sam did great tonight. You know, I just feel like like your coach said, it was a basketball play.
Perfect. I do remember the Celtic drill we do every day. Yeah. And honestly, Sam outlets to Charlie, and Charlie throws it ahead to Jordan for a layup, right?
Yeah, I was just about
every
to say
day
that.
we do it. Yeah. So that's what those guys were thinking. Pretty good. What did you think, Jordan?
Yeah, kind of what Coach L and Charlie said. We practice it during practice. Charlie's actually the one I was gonna say that who throws me the pass. I'm not surprised the pass was spot on. You know, Charlie's just doing Charlie more things. But like they said, it was a basketball play, and looking forward to the next couple games and really making a run in this tournament.
Time for 1 and 2 more questions. We're going to go to the right side of the room here.
Coach, congratulations on the win today. As a team, you had 18 turnovers. How difficult was that BC defense? And ahead of the matchup tomorrow, how much of a point of an emphasis will limiting those turnovers be?
Well, honestly, this is probably more turnovers than we've had in a bunch of games this year. The one thing the team has been very good at are 2 things: forcing turnovers, getting into the open court, and you see we had 18 points off of their turnovers. They had 9 off of ours. And then secondly, taking care of the basketball, where we had quite a few more assists than turnovers. I think we lead the league in that category. Today we had 14 assists and 13 turnovers, but still, in games like this, you see they had 17 assists and 14 turnovers. A lot of credit goes to Boston College, because we've been forcing 15, 16, 17 turnovers and only committing 8, 9, or 10. So it's what made it. It was a great game, an ACC tournament game. I love these games. I think they're a lot of fun.
When you go to the middle in the back of the room.
Charlie or Jordan, this one's for one of you. You guys got Duke obviously next game, and you played them 2 months ago, and you guys both had great performances. Is your confidence level any different now? I mean, after a big win like that, do you think anything's a little bit different, or what are your thoughts on that?
Charlie, how about you start us off, and then Jordan?
I just feel like we're gonna go into this game like any other game. Play our game defensively, offensively. Our confidence is always high. Coach instills it in us. To play our game. So just going into this game, we're just gonna play a little harder than we played today. Give 110% effort out there. See what the results come out.
I agree with what Charlie said, but I think right now, most important thing is just refuel, rehydrate, really rest up for tomorrow, because we got a big game.
Yeah, last question will come from the left of the room here.
Jordan, this is for you. Miami, definitely in the ACC and even in the country, you plays one of the most fluid, positionless basketball type of styles. If you're a 4-man, you're basically a 6'6", 200-pound guard. But you're so good at tip-ins around the baskets, rebounds, finishing over bigger defenders. I'm curious, can you speak to just how prideful you are to play against guys who are bigger than you, who are 4-men, and if that's something that's evolved since you've gotten to Miami versus George Mason?
Yeah, that's a good question. Every night I'm usually playing a matched up against someone who's 2 inches taller than me, probably 30 pounds heavier than me. I think being able to do what I do helps us be a lot more versatile as a team. At one point in the season, I was at the 5 position. Most importantly, I just want to do what the team needs, what I need to do for the team to help us win. Trusting the coaching staff and their game plan.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Can I add one thing to that? I'd like to make a comment, because it's very astute of your observation. I've coached a lot of basketball players at the college level, high level, ACC, and what have you. Jordan is the best offensive rebounder I've ever coached, and he has a ridiculous talent for tipping the ball in. Just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but I love that he does it, because it's great.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much, guys. Congrats on the win.